North Korea's President Kim Jong Un has always viewed military exercises between the US and South Korea as rehearsals for invasion of his country. North Korea has often argued that its nuclear weapons and missile programs are necessary for self-defense. The official Korean Central News Agency has said that North Korea's missile launches showed its resolve to respond with overwhelming powerful forces to so-called military manoeuvres by the US and the South Korea. Moreover, the Kim regime wants to show that it can match or surpass military capabilities on display during U.S. South Korea defense exercises. But the flip side to this is that North Korean soldiers are poorly fed and are being ordered to help farmers address the country's food shortage. On Tuesday, North Korea said that it would launch its first military spy satellite in June and described space-based reconnaissance as crucial for monitoring the United States' allegedly reckless military exercises with South Korea. The statement came a day after North Korea notified Japan's Coast Guard that the launch sometime between May 31st and June 11th might affect waters in the Yellow Sea, East China Sea, and east of the Philippines' Luzon Island. But the Japan's defense minister has warned its forces to shoot down the satellite or debris if any entered Japanese territory. While North Korea's rivals have condemned the country's planned launch as a banned test of ballistic missile technology, it's less clear whether the satellite itself is advanced enough to support the North's stated goals of tracking and monitoring US and South Korean military activities in real time. The frequency of both North Korea's weapons testing and the US South Korean joint military exercises have increased in past months in a cycle of tit for tat. In comments published by North Korean state media, senior military official Ri Pyong-chol criticized the combined US South Korean military exercises. He said North Korea considers space-based reconnaissance indispensable to monitor the military exercises. Last week, the South Korean and US militaries conducted large-scale live fire drills near the border with North Korea. This was the first of 5 rounds of exercises marking 70 years since the establishment of the alliance. The US and South Korea described their regular military exercises as defensive and have expanded their training since 2022 to cope with the North Korea's increasing threats. Ri said the expanding US-South Korean drills and other military activities underline their intention to prepare for preemptive military action against North Korea. He said the dangerous military acts by the US and its forces created a concerning security environment that makes it necessary for North Korea to gather real-time, reliable information on military movements in the region. South Korea has warned that North Korea will face consequences if it goes ahead with the satellite launch in violation of United Nations Security Council resolutions. The resolutions ban the North from conducting any launch using ballistic technology. Space launch vehicles for satellites share core technologies with long-range missiles that are built to deliver warheads aimed at destroying intercontinental targets. Japan's Coast Guard issued a safety warning for ships that would be in the affected seas during the expected launch, citing a risk of falling debris. Last week, South Korea launched its first commercial-grade satellite, which experts say could provide the country with key technology and expertise to place its first military spy satellite into orbit later this year and build more powerful missiles. Han Sung-jun, spokesperson of South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff, said during a briefing that the South Korean and US militaries were closely watching North Korea over the possible satellite launch and other provocative military moves. He did not provide specific assessments about the potential capabilities of the North Korean satellite and refused to say whether the South Korean military was preparing for the possibility that debris could fall in nearby waters. Spy satellites are among an array of high-tech weapons systems North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has publicly vowed to develop. Other weapon systems on its wish list includes solid propellant intercontinental ballistic missiles, nuclear-powered submarines, hypersonic missiles, and multi-warhead missiles. North Korea placed Earth observation satellites in orbit in 2012 and 2016, though their capabilities have been questioned. Foreign experts say the earlier satellites never transmitted imagery back to North Korea, and analysts say the new device displayed in state media in recent weeks appeared too small and crudely designed to process and transfer high-resolution imagery. Since the start of 2022, North Korea has test-fired about 100 missiles, including ICBMs, designed to reach the U.S. mainland, and a slew of launches it described as simulated nuclear attacks on targets in South Korea. North Korea has said its intensified testing activities meant to counter its rivals' joint military exercises as it continues to use those drills as a pretext to advance its arsenal of nuclear-capable weapons. However, the fact is that these military and missile exercises will only intensify the Cold War between North Korea and South Korea and won't help the countries to ease the tension in the area.